Hello everyone and welcome you all in my new session of geography, and the topic is global warming. Now what is global warming? Global warming is the ongoing rise of the average temperature of Earth's climate system. Now see here a greenhouse. Now what is greenhouse? A greenhouse is a building whose roofs and walls are made of transparent glass. See, there the wall and the roof both are made of transparent glass. These are mostly built in very cold region to grow plants, vegetables and flowers. These greenhouses are basically made or built up in a very cold region to grow plants, vegetables and flowers. The sunlight enters through the glass and warms up the soil and plants inside. The warm soil emits long wave radiation, mainly infrared, which are not able to come out of the glass. Thus, the greenhouse stays warmer than outside. The greenhouse effects. The earth is like a giant greenhouse. Our earth is like a giant greenhouse. It is surrounded by an envelope of air which has gases like carbon dioxide, water, water vapor, methane, nitrogen oxide, and chlorofluorocarbons CFC. These are the greenhouse gases. So, the greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, water vapor, methane, nitrogen oxide, and chlorofluorocarbons CFC. These are the greenhouse gases. The greenhouse gases allows the sun heat to reach the earth's surface but do not allow the infrared radiation to escape from the atmosphere. So, the greenhouse gases allows the sun heat to reach the earth's surface, but it did not allow the infrared radiation to escape from the atmosphere. This heat is absorbed by the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, and this in turn heats up the entire atmosphere. Now this whole cycle and its effects is called the greenhouse effects. So greenhouse effects means that it allows the sun's heat to reach the earth's surface, but it does not allow the infrared radiation to escape from the atmosphere, and this heat is absorbed by the greenhouse gases. The gases are carbon dioxide, water vapor, methane, nitrogen oxide. These all are the greenhouse gases. They absorb that heat, and now this whole cycle of absorption and its effects, it is called greenhouse effects. The greenhouse effect was first discovered by a French scientist J.B.J. Fourier in 1827. The French scientist was J.B.J. Fourier. In 1827, he discovered the greenhouse effect. Now here we will start with the global warming. It's very threatening nowadays. So let's read it very carefully. Global warming. In the past 100 years, various human activities are changing the character and the composition of the atmosphere. For the past hundred of years, various human activities, our activities, humans means we, our activities have rapidly changed and our character have also changed. So the composition of atmosphere also changed. Burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and emission from the industrial units results in the release of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. We are burning the fossil fuels like coal, petrol, these all. We are deforesting the forests and emissions from the industrial units, which results in the release of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is the main greenhouse gas which is responsible for about 50% of the greenhouse effects. Carbon dioxide is the main greenhouse gas which is responsible for about 50% of the greenhouse effects. The main reason for the increase of the air temperature is the rise of the carbon dioxide level in the atmosphere. The main reason for the increase of the air temperature. So nowadays we feel the increased temperature of air, and that is because of the rise of carbon dioxide level. It has been increased in the atmosphere, and this is called the global warming. Thus the greenhouse effects has a direct impact on global warming. So, thus the greenhouse effect has a direct impact on the global warming because of the rise of carbon dioxide. Now, depletion of ozone layer. Ozone occurs naturally throughout the atmosphere. Its maximum concentration in the stratosphere at an altitude of about 25 to 30 km from the Earth's surface. Ozone layer, it occurs naturally throughout the atmosphere, and its maximum concentration is in the stratosphere, and that is at an altitude of about 25 to 30 km from the Earth's surface. From the Earth's surface, in the stratosphere, its altitude is near about 25 to 30 kilometers. Close to the ground, it is a harmful pollutant for plants, animals, and human beings. These are very harmful pollutants, especially for the plants, animal, and human beings. The average thickness of the ozone layer in the stratosphere is about 290 du, that is 0.29 centimeter above the equator, and about 400 du, that is 0.40 centimeter above the poles in the winter season. So in the equator, in the region of equator, it is 290 du or 0.29 centimeter, and in the pole during the winter season it goes up to 400 du, that is 0.40 centimeter. The ozone layer absorb the harmful short wave ultraviolet radiation of the sun and thus protect life on the earth. Ozone layer, it absorbs the harmful wave, that is ultraviolet radiation of the sun, and it protect us, the life on the earth. The depletion or thinning of the ozone layer will mean the arrival of more ultraviolet radiation on the earth. This can cause a serious damage to the various life forms in the biosphere. If their layer of the ozone layer becomes thin, that means the ultraviolet radiation on the earth can cause a life in the biosphere. It can damage the life in the biosphere. The thickness of the ozone layer above 200 Du is considered normal. If the ozone layer is above 200 Du, that means it is normal. If the thickness is less than 200 Du, then it is called ozone hole, which stands for the thinning or depletion of the ozone layer. The main gas responsible for the depletion of the ozone layer is CFC, chlorofluorocarbon. C for chloro, F for fluoro, C for carbon. This can cover the ozone into oxygen, which cannot absorb the ultraviolet radiation. Other gases which can also deplete the ozone layer are methane, nitrous oxide, etc. Apart from the carbon dioxide, other gases are nitrous oxide and methane. Other gases which can also deplete the ozone layers are methane and nitrous oxide. The large scale cutting of forests for preparing farmlands to the increase of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. As we are cutting the forest for preparing the farmland, or we are making the houses also there, it increase of the greenhouses gases in the atmosphere. More we cut the forest, the greenhouse gases will also increase. The consumption of carbon dioxide by the forests got reduced, which led to the accumulation of such gases. The burning of fossil fuels further aggravate the situation by adding more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Now, what is the impact of global warming? The concentration of the carbon dioxide and the other greenhouse gases in the atmospheric may have a number of adverse effects on the climatic conditions on the earth, and it may cause many environmental problems, and some of them have been mentioned as under. The concentration of carbon dioxide and other greenhouses gases in the atmospheric may have number of adverse effects. It can give us various effects on the climatic condition of this earth, and this may cause many environmental problems, and we will discuss one by one regarding this. First is sea level change. The rise in the sea level is an important impact of global warming. This is due to four major changes, such as first is melting of glaciers in the mountains, B. Thermal expansions of seawater, C. Melting of ice sheets in Greenland, and D. Melting of ice sheets in Antarctica. These are the four main causes of the sea level changes. First one is the melting of glaciers in the mountains. Second one is the thermal expansion of the seawater. C is the melting of ice sheets in Greenland. And D is the melting of ice sheets in Antarctica. In the past 100 years, the sea level has been risen to 1 or 2 mm per year. Mm means millimeter. The rising sea level may cause floods in the coastal area. Some island nations, such as the Maldives, may be totally submerged. Many big cities and seas, ports in coastal areas are threatened with the devastating floods. Thus, the change in sea level will have a negative impact on human settlement, tourism, agriculture, etc. If the level rises of the sea, there will be a huge flood. This cause a huge flood can submerge the island like Maldives and many other big cities, seaports in the coastal area, they are all under the threatened and with the devastating floods. Thus, the change in the sea level, it will give us the negative impact on the human settlement, tourism, and in agriculture. Second impact of the global warming is increase in temperature. Global warming can cause increase in the atmospheric temperature, which can further cause the emergence of many new diseases. First, the bacteria can survive and multiply in the warmer conditions. Bacteria basically survive in a warmer condition and it goes multiply very easily, very fast in a warmer condition. Second, the increase of temperature of the ocean water can cause frequent hurricanes. As you have seen recently, we have two great cyclone, typhoon, Amphoon in West Bengal and Odisha, and one was in the Gujarat. These all are due to these are the impact of the global warming. As the temperature goes high, so the hurricanes are absorbed frequently. They comes frequently. The third impact in the increase of temperature is the higher temperature that can also cause the shortage of water. As the temperature goes up, the shortage of waters also, we have very much shortage of water during the summers. These impacts can cause many economic problems also. Global warming can also cause the disappearance of different marines and terrestrial flora and fauna in many regions. This global warming causes a disappearance. Many of the flora and fauna in the marine or in the forest, sea level, in the sea, it has been vanished. It has been disappeared. In many regions like corals may die. It can also affect the weather by shortening the winter season, more dry weather and increase in rainfall. Winters are now short because of the increase of global warming. There are more dry weathers and increase in the rainfall. Most of the anticipated changes appears to be already occurring, like the mean surface temperature has already increased by about 1 degree Celsius over the past century. The mean surface temperature, it has already been increased by 1 degree Celsius. Decrease in snow cover in the northern hemisphere, Arctic sea ice and at other places there is a huge decrease of snow. Covered snow has been decreased in the northern hemisphere, Arctic sea ice, and at other places. It increased in the frequency of rainfall and thus devastating floods and have also been recorded. Due to the global warming, the flood situation goes worse, and for the past few decades we are observing that there are devastating floods areas in almost throughout the earth, and that only causes because of the global warming. So that's all for today's. I hope you have understand about the global warming and the greenhouse. In the next session we will again start about the global warming and how to reduce the global warming in our next session. Till then, have a nice day.